Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. Today I'm going to do a video about the best new knives that came out this year. These are knives that were only released this year in 2024, and I purchased, and that I reviewed, and that I actually like. I did not buy all the knives out there. I am not sponsored, so I don't, everything that you see that I'm about to show are all my own personal knives. Nothing was sent to me. I would like to ask you to please click the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. It really helps the channel. And of course, thank you, as always, to my Patreon supporters. This isn't going to be the only kind of video that I do like this. I'm also going to do a video that focuses exclusively on fixed blades and that I got this year, and budget knives and folders in general, things like that. But for now, these are the knives that I enjoyed the most that came out this year. And I have a mixture of fixed blades as well as pocket knives. I don't know what order to do this in. These range from $30 to about $400. Why don't we start with the cheap end and work our way up there? I'll try to get them in order of expense. So coming in at $30, $29, the Pyrite Light. This is a knife that was released this year, and it's $30, and I think it's FRN scale, so this plastic material, but it's fairly thick and it's got liners in it, so it doesn't feel soft. Button lock works really smoothly. $30, all you need. Warrenclyffe with a little bit of belly. That, if you watch my channel, is something that I really appreciate, that kind of blade shape. Although it's not the sexiest thing in the world, this is very light, very easy to carry, and relatively easy to keep sharp. Well, it is easy to keep sharp. It's not going to hold the edge the longest because of the kind of steel it's made out of, but it's still great. That's CJRB Pyrite Light. All right, cool. Now let's talk about some $50 knives. The Raccoon with the spine lock, but the spine lock is actuated with a button. If you don't know what a spine lock is, or a compression lock, I should say, it's the same thing that Spyderco uses on things like their Paramilitary 2 here, right there. It's basically like a liner lock that engages on the top of the tang rather than the bottom of the tang of the blade, and it works extraordinarily good. Very safe locking mechanism. So this is from Vostede. It's the Raccoon. They have a bunch of different versions of this knife. This version is the one that came out this year, and I just really appreciate it. The action is incredible. 50 bucks. Lots of different materials on this too, so if you don't like this black version, don't worry. They have a version for you. And there's links to everything down below. Any of my Amazon links help the channel by giving me a small commission on any sale you might use, but you don't feel obligated to do that. Just, that's my warning. All right, so $50, Raccoon, Vostede, absolutely awesome. I was really impressed with it this year. Very easy to carry knife. The Revel from Artisan Cutlery, I have really enjoyed this knife. Super thin in the handle, but not so thin that I don't know, there's something about it, and the way that it looks too. A little dirty right now, because I actually use my knives, and especially before I review them. This guy is S90V, which is one of my favorite steels of all time. Also, it's Ray Laconico designed. I love Ray Laconico. And it is Artisan Cutlery. So all those three things, and it's a frame lock. Great action. I mean, there's what's not to like about this. I've gone out of order, by the way. This is like a $260 knife, I believe. But although I think I just looked it up and it's on sale right now, I think you can get it for less than 200. I think it's close to like 180 now on a discount. So maybe check it out. Now's the time to get it, I think, because it's going on sale. I love the drop point, spear point. I love S90V. It'll stay sharp forever. And I love the finish on the scales here. Really, really nice. So I went out of order. This is another $50 knife. That should not be in there at all. I don't know how my Hogue Deca snuck in there. This is not a new knife. It is a great knife, but it is definitely not a new knife. The Arroyo Centurion, it's not the Centurion. It is the name, hopefully is going to flash up right now. $50 Migron. Migron is always kicking it, hitting it out of the park. Titanium clip, nice big fuller, liner lock, flipper. You can actually use the fuller for flicking open as well. Nice and slim, $50, and it's made with 14C28N, which is the best budget steel you can get for less than $60, $50 by far, and maybe even best budget steel you can get for under $80. Around $100, you can start to get some things like S30V and blah, blah, blah. But I still love 14C28N. I also love AEBL, which is kind of the same thing, and Nitro V, which is kind of the same thing as well. So anyway, great knife. Next, going up in price around $80. We've got the, it's the XO, right? Oh yeah, it's the XOU. All right, it's the XOU. And it's a utility knife, and it's a gravity knife. And you're not really gonna ever get a re-op for $80. And this one is just really useful. Reverse clip, gravity knife. If you don't know, you open it up, it slides out, and then it locks. And they have this little locking mechanism here. I think it's called M-lock. Yeah, just really super useful. This is very fast and easy to use. It's a lot sexier than your regular utility knife, and it makes a great present too, because even if someone's not into knives, they might actually like or use a utility knife often to open packages. And just the the funness of learning how to use a gravity knife is a cool experience. So highly recommendable. And then next in price, all right, this is where I kind of get sketchy on the prices, but I believe the next one would actually be the Tradition Junior, which I believe it might not be new this year, so I am sorry, but it's a very good knife company. It's new to me. Great knife company. They just moved shop. Hollow grind, 80 CVR2. Really sharp behind and thin behind the edge. Very well made. Comes with a nice taco sheath. I added the, I think it came with an appendix carry loop. I added the ulti clip. Just phenomenal little fixed blade. Really love it. Speaking of very good knife company, I also got the Hawk from them. I know for sure this is new, a new model this year, and I got it in Nitro V. Big old Warrenclyffe type blade with a little bit of curve, and I use this extensively, cutting boxes open and doing a lot of things, and it just works really well. Nice and big and fat in the handle. Again, a great sheath. Yeah, I'm just really lucky and stoked that I got this guy, because it works so freaking well. Let's talk about the DBK. I believe this is like around, this was around, I forget how much it was. This is the DBK Bush Friend that came out recently from Boker. It's a collab with Boker. It's going to be pretty hard to find one of these. I hope that they go into Maine, that this becomes more widely available. This is a 80 CRV2 as well. Great kind of European bushcraft knife with a nice big scandi grind on it. Really well done. Nice handle. This is pressed paper micarta, I believe, brass pins, just all around. I'm really impressed with this knife. So if you get a chance to score one, definitely do. The shipping is a little outrageous from Europe. It's like, like I think it was like $50 for the shipping. But the knife itself was only like 120. I can't remember. I think the whole thing came out to like 160, but the shipping was like a big fat part of that. I don't know. I'm glad I got one. I love DBK, the Dutch Bushcraft boys. I think they make awesome content and videos. I definitely wanted to support them, and I knew that their knife would be awesome. Can't wait to take this camping. Haven't done that yet, so I haven't done a full review yet. All right, the Taskmaster from DLT, first production run. This was designed by Jason over at DLT. He's one of the owners over there, or the owner. Little bit, Taskmaster is what it says it is. Got this nice fuller up here. Very easy on the eyes. It's got a nice amount of belly on a Warrenclyffe type blade, which, if you've watched my channel at all, you might know I like. Yeah, just a really easy to use knife, carry around and use it all the time. When I'm doing a project and I have this on me, I know that it's going to do the task. Magna Cut, of course, first production run. So very cool. I don't know when they're going to make another run of these. There might still be some available, honestly, on DLT's website. Check it out if you want to. New, so this is the Overland Sport. Everyone told me I should check it out, and I didn't for a long time because I have the original Overland, which is larger and I use as a camp kitchen knife. This one is small enough though that I actually use it as an in-pocket fixed blade carry general use knife. It's got that nice little Warrenclyffe type shape, the nice point that's still a nice amount of belly here, and one of the sharpest knives I've ever had. The HRC on this, the hardness, 60 is around 63, 62 to 63, which is the sweet spot for Magna Cut, as anyone who knows anything will tell you. And I'm just so glad that he heat treated it correctly. Multiple different kinds of finishes on the blade, the handles, the hardware, the Kydex sheath that comes with it. I added my own ulti clip, but you know, just all around, TJ Schwartz, American made, great, great knife. There's lots of knives on here actually that are American made, mostly my fixed blades. And then I guess next in price is going to be my Euro Bushcrafter. This guy is definitely European inspired. It's got that nice Coke bottle handle. It's nice and fat in the hand. This is Bark River Knives, Magna Cut. You've got that great convex scandi grind combo here. I haven't used it enough yet to really, I mean, I've done a review of it, but I definitely need to take this camping as well. But it is, as intended, a phenomenal bushcraft knife. It's got the compass on there, first production run. Really, really sweet little blade. And then, you know, I did a review when I did my unboxing of the DBK knife. I kind of compared these two along with some of my other ones, but you can definitely see how these guys are related. You know, they're definitely from the same family. And the main thing that this has that the Euro Bushcrafter has over the Bush Friend is that the handle, the ergos are much nicer Coke bottle type shape. I kind of wish they had put liners in here and just made it just a little bit thicker. Would have been just a little bit nicer, and I think the liners would have looked really cool on this knife with the black here. Like if they just did red or orange liners, I think that would look pretty sweet. Anyway, this is, I think, still available on DLT. So, you know, if you want to pick one of these up, go for it. I can definitely recommend it. And then finally, probably the most expensive knife on the camera right now. This is the Severn. I got it from a pre-order from Winter Blade Co. I absolutely love this. This is a great knife. I love this knife. I'm actually kind of pissed at Brian Winters right now because I bought all of his knives and then he did that big drop of 3 new knives and all of them were like better than than all the other stuff I bought before. I'm almost making them antiquated. Having said that though, this Severn with the laser bacon on it, beautiful green teal color on the blade, multiple different deployment options and 2 different kinds of locks. Got this spine lock here as well as a kind of a bar lock as well. It's just great. And, you know, nice little Warrenclyffe type blade with a little bit of belly. Yeah, so I very much appreciate the Severn. It's just a fun knife to carry. It looks sexy. It looks futuristic in a good way. The ergos don't suffer from the futurism. I feel like sometimes people make a knife look futuristic and it loses all its ergos. He did not do that in this case, and I really appreciate that. And this spine lock, the way that it interacts here, where you pull that up and then it also moves back, it's a really cool little mechanism. So yeah, those are my knives of the year, like the new knives this year that came out that really, really touched me in a special place, made the hair on the back of my arm stand up, made me feel all tingly and oh my gosh, so happy inside. So I hope you enjoy those knives. Let me know what your favorite knife of the year has been so far that came out this year. I'd really be curious. Of course, I'm going to be doing some more end of the year type videos like this with fixed blades and budget knives and other things like that. I would like to ask you, please, if you haven't already, click that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. It really helps the channel. If you want to get a chance to win a knife of the month, all you got to do is follow that link down below for Patreon, and you too get a chance to win a knife every single month. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now.